There we go. Right, so what's been happening? You've had a campaign, 2 campaigns running?
I did have one that was running, and then I've added another one, and I've got both of them running side by side. I've got one that's solely keywords, one that's the usual settings, and I've changed. I've got 2 landing pages as well. So I'm trying all sorts of different things at the same time, doing 4, and each is £2.50 a day, and they're getting some. They're being shown. They're getting some only just a very few clicks, but no one's subscribing, which is bizarre considering previous campaigns seem to be going along quite well. So I don't quite know what's happened. I think Des has been having a similar problem.
Yeah, I've sussed it.
Have you?
Yeah.
What did you suss?
It's all to do with this Google changeover that they're on about when I mentioned it to you in February.
We've noticed a big difference as well, Des, and how so it's not just you guys. We have noticed the difference.
Yeah, it's all to do with analytics, SEO, your website, your ads. They've all got to be congruent. So if, like Mike Jakes, you're advertising or using stupid keywords and not a website, your website that's registered with Google, you will not get any shows on that keyword. And it's the same with everything else. What they're trying to do is get rid of all the scams.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been using Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, and I've got leads through those. I won't get those now unless I'm going to put those words into my website somewhere.
Right. Okay.
But it's all got to be congruent. Like I said, I've reset my campaign. I've opened a brand new campaign. I've done exactly the same logistics as I did on the last campaign that was failing badly. And I've already got 2 leads from it. I've had over 1,000 shows in the first day.
Well,
so
sorry, Dave, what was it you did differently then?
I didn't. I've done nothing differently. I wanted to find out for myself, and I've been reading up on it as well. Authority Hackers website are offering tutorials on it, but you obviously you've got to join and pay. But that's organic. That's about getting your web page back up to the top SEO and things like that. But from what I've been reading, this change has happened, and everyone's got to deal with it. And you've just got to be more congruent. I've not changed a thing. I just reset and started a new campaign, an exact copy of the last campaign that was failing, and it's already starting to get traction. So it might just be a case of opening your campaign or reopening your campaigns new. Yeah,
to reboot after they've done their updates.
Yeah, and as Howard was saying in the what's our group called?
Accountability group.
That's the one. Basically they failed because you've got no data. You've got to build your data.
Basically been reset completely again.
By the sounds of it, yeah. By the sounds of it, because they're using different data, they can't use your old stuff.
Yeah. Nobody said anything in the tribe about this yet, which I'm quite surprised about.
I mentioned it back in February.
Has anyone been on Dan's call? I mean, Dan said there's nothing to worry about when I was on the last call with him. Now, I didn't go on last Tuesday's call, I must admit. I would think this will be a hot topic if it's going to affect us so much, which is why Dan will know about it. So I would say, Howard, tonight, make sure you're on Dan's call at 6 o'clock and just ask the question.
Yeah. It's worked for you though, Des.
I'm waiting to see. I mean, I've got 7 days of learning yet to go through, but from what I can see, it's taken off as the first one did, and that was set to go up. But when I doubled my money, i.e. from £10, well, I went £10, £15, £20, it was actually going down, not up. So I was getting less and less and less, and then it just went stagnant, literally spending my money, but getting nothing.
That can happen with campaigns. What they normally say is just create another campaign, just copy it and go again. So you're kind of going up against it for another, rather than going up 15, 20, just do an exact same copy and just put another tenner on that one. And then you do lots of 10.
This is what we said on the group.
Yeah.
So does it mean you get you have to have a lot more blogs and things on your website?
No. What you'll find, Karen, is you're going to be quite congruent because you're blogging. Your site is going to depict what you're blogging about mainly. Yeah, so it's going to match. Now you might, I don't know whether they've made you start again, but the idea of this is to get rid of scammers, you know, and people trying to beat the SEO system by putting McLaren F1s in their, you know, in their keywords, and their website's got nothing to do with McLarens.
So I'm wondering if I start paid advertising, which was my intention, but as long as I mention hiking in it, it'll be okay, basically, because all I'm blogging about is everything to do with hiking.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got the advantage where you've not got advertising data to start with. So you're going to be building yours up from scratch anyway, like we've all had to do. So you'd probably go maximum conversions for the first week and then swap out, or maybe longer than that. And then once you've got data, you'd go up to CPA.
Okay.
You know, like Howard was saying, maximum conversion seems to be doing more for him.
Yeah.
I've not tried it. I've just done an entire copy of my last campaign, exact copy, gone back down to 10 CPA and 10 daily budget. And it just seems to be taking off again like the first one did.
Yeah.
Christian Beer's a big fan of that, Des, isn't he, mate?
Yeah.
We don't touch Max.
Yeah.
We only ever do CPA, but we've got data, you see, so that's the difference with us.
And of course, the thing with Christian, what you've got to remember is he runs an advertising agency over in Sweden. So most of his companies that he advertises for various different products aren't going to have the data they need anyway. So max conversion for him would be ideal.
Yeah.
Have you asked, have you asked in the Facebook, in the Mastermind Marketing Mastery, have you put a question in there? Because Christian Beer does watch that now and check over that on a daily basis. So he will also get back to you. So there's no one better to ask than him, is there? Because he's the advertising agency for a lot of huge budget people with YouTube.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see how this has affected the likes of Mike Jakes, Dan Holloway, Leo Comerton, and whether it's made any difference to their advertising in the last week, because it is this last week or so that's done this.
You've all got a leadership call on Thursday, so maybe these some of the Q&As you could put in there as well.
Because Thursday's call is just all about the products coming out, isn't it? Won't be anything to do with questions.
No, but there's no point having the products if you can't sell them.
I would put maybe one of you go and put the question into Marketing Mastery and see if Christian Beer comes back to you. And one of you or both of you get on Dan's call tonight and ask the question tonight. Put it in his Facebook chat so he gets the question, or get on the call. Soon as 6 o'clock comes, get in the chat box and put your question in, and your question will get answered first.
Yeah, you don't have to be on the call if you've not got time.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's no one better than Dan or Christian Beer who are spending mega thousands of pounds a day on advertising budgets, and see how or if it's affecting them.
Or even whack a question into the Scrap the 9 to 5 and see who comes back.
It's best going on the public thing.
Well, yeah.
Dan won't see it, it's just in Scrap the 9 to 5. And you don't want to ask everyone because you'll get everyone's different opinions on it.
Yeah.
Just go to the top and ask the top so you get the proper knowledge.
We've actually, for now, stopped our advertising. We're just on like whoever's watched our videos. So
we're on retargeting only.
We're only on like £15 a day spend. So we're kind of pulling it until all this thing settles down. It's just not worth it for us at the moment. We're
just waiting to see. We've got another leadership call on Wednesday this week. So I'm just waiting for Wednesday to come so we know exactly what the funnel is. Because my funnel is completely wrong now for what the different products and things. So
well, isn't everyone's going to be?
Yeah, I pulled it back. We've gone to retargeting only. We're still getting members in with retargeting, and we just said, well, we'll sit back until Wednesday, see what happens on Wednesday, and then I'll have to go back into my Aweber then and start redoing my emails so it aligns with what SFM are doing in the back office as well. But yeah,
see that this begs a question, because if we're not meant to be selling, surely the whole idea is that you're just concentrating on the one email campaign, because afterwards it'll just be a case of keeping in touch with them rather than trying to sell them anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my email
I think
campaign.
But this was the original thing, wasn't it? This is why they created a funnel for you.
Yeah.
You're just supposed to put your name in where it says, SFM or whatever, and me instead of us,
Yeah.
and so on.
But don't forget, we're going back sort of 3 years now, and there wasn't as much given to us then. So our funnel in particular is very much, here's the screen, and there's a screenshot, and then then there's a video on how to get in touch with your consultant. Well, all the screens have changed. Everything's changed from our whole campaign, really. So we're getting new members in now going, well, how do I get in touch with, and I'm like, it's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
The SFM now are meant to do everything for you, depending what levels you're at. So, take advantage of all this now.
I'm in the middle of building my own campaign, and it's like 33 emails long at the moment.
Yeah.
Or will be. By the time I've written and put all the pictures and video clips in and everything.
Yeah.
But of course, it's going to be pointless, because in a few weeks' time, it ain't going to be even close to congruent.
The thing is, what is it? Is it motivational stuff, or is
No,
it?
this is to get leads. This is just the first lot, the ones that sign up.
In your workshop campaign, so they've watched the workshops and then carrying on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've put stuff in between the workshops as well, and little adages. It's just to keep in contact. I've done videos with me on there, and pictures and stuff. To show that I'm A, human, and B, I'm there for them.
There's no harm yet, though, to do that until you get the stuff that they're meant to be giving us. So
yeah. So I mean, to me, that means I really should stop advertising, because as Howard has said in the past, it's wasting money if you're not going to get the leads.
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to convert the leads.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's a waste of money, because once you've got the lead, they're in. So they're going to be completely engulfed by SFM, and we're really going to be.
Because they're oblivious to the changes that's going on. So they're still coming through your funnel. So all that happens is if you end up getting on a call with them, or they ring you,
what the hell am I doing? Where am I? This is nothing like you showed me.
Well, I mean, we've been through this like 4 times. So literally, if you get them on a call, then you can just say, look, they've been doing a few updates, so my video's just slightly out of date, but I can show you the screen. And people are fine with it. You're only human.
The best example is what's happened to me, because I didn't even know about the package that the guy bought. I had absolutely no idea what it was. And he's obviously been pulled into SFM. They've shown him something, and he's just gone for it. And I had absolutely no input at all. Nothing.
Yeah. I got a free member yesterday who hasn't even signed up to me. Not in my AWeber list. Nowhere.
They could have been on a different email though.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. So they could have gone in with a Gmail and then put their proper
Okay. That's happened to me. Yeah,
it happens a lot, and then you end up going in AWeber looking under anything to do with that name, anything linked with that email, and you're trying to search them out. And then the best thing to do is just, when you get that phone number, just ring them up and say, did you call another email?
When we say, guys, that we've stopped now temporary, just very, very temporary. We've been running ads for 3 years solid. Across 4 different changes. So our funnel is absolutely screwed now, because there's a hell of a lot of crap that we should have got rid of from time after time after time, but we kept the ads running. So Howard's right, there's no harm in advertising, but for us now, we just want to check it off, because there's just too much stuff that we need to get rid of.
Right. Is the all-in disappearing?
No,
rebranded.
Not at the moment, but there's going to be something running alongside. I think that's what Justin said. But I'm hoping to find out more on Wednesday.
Well, what's that going to do to some of the old boys that are still selling the app?
I know. I know.
Yeah.
People are still getting brought in on the £29 app.
Yeah.
To me, that's ideal, because it's a small fee for someone to commit. But once they've committed, it's an ongoing thing, is that you can build on it.
Yeah.
Whereas you're getting someone to spend $100 straight off, they might well be hesitant on spending any more.
Yeah.
I know, it swings and roundabouts really, because you'll get some people who think the more money you pay, the better the service you get.
Yeah.
And they would rather pay more knowing that it's like legit. Whereas when you get things for free, you can get some of the, the not so driven people coming in. Just
Go on, say it. You get the builders in.
Hey?
You get the builders in.
Yeah.
You weren't going to say
all
anything.
them riff-raff,
The ones that don't like wasting anything.
Don't forget though, and people watching
Not pointing any fingers, of course.
People watching this recording as well, all the changes are going to be for the better.
Yeah.
Like 10 times better. I mean, Howard's proof of that with that sale coming from nowhere. And it was the guys in the back office now that are doing all the legwork and all the donkey work. So this is all beautiful now. But it's just the transition again. It's just another transition. Once this takes off and you've got a cracking ad, it's just going to go skyrocketing.
Plus, we don't like our ad anymore. We want to change. We've been writing a script for about, God, it feels like eternity. We get it. We think, yeah, that's good. And then, when you've got to a point, you think, yeah, it's a really good script. And then you come back to it 2 days later and you go, it's a load of rubbish.
Just do the Mike Jakes ad. Just do that.
So we keep changing our script and I'm like, we've done so many ads now. I think you get a little bit repetitive. And I'm trying to come away from that. And I think I spoke to you, didn't I, about Danny Ham's ad. Completely out the box that he's washing his tractor in his front drive and someone's going, what are you doing? I'm making money. And the next one, I'm making money. And I was like, oh, that's just so creative and different, isn't it?
Doesn't mean it's going to work.
It's taken off.
No, it has.
It has taken off.
What do I know?
I was on a call with Caroline Grubb, and she's working with Danny Ham with all his tracking at the moment, and that ad has taken off. So it just goes to show you don't have to do the whole, I'm stuck in a job, blah 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 blah. There was a better life.
I think people get peed off with seeing the same format as well over and over again. They want to see something simple. They want to see something different. And the likes of Danny Ham and Leo and what's the new one? Mike's,
Jacks,
they're short, they're simple, they're to the point, and they're very authoritative as well. They're basically saying, sign up or else.
Yeah.
You're
That's
the one going to lose out.
Mike Jakes doesn't stand for sort of bullshitters. He wants people in who want to do it and make a go of it. He doesn't want the faffers, if you like. He's just curious.
He invites enough of them in, though, doesn't he?
But again, you see, if you look, there was a post yesterday I read in Marketing Mastery Facebook group. Somebody'd written something about their messaging and the script. And Christian Beer, I mean, he's very straight-laced anyway, and I think that's how the Swiss generally are. And he was like, there's 3 ways of looking at this. Number 1, something which won't work for you. Number 2, won't work for you. Number 3, this will work for you. Just talk about making money. That's it.
And yet the whole SFM thing is don't go after the money. It's give value. The money's a side.
But he said what it is, you're trying to offer them the solution of creating a business. Now, what most people are interested in is making money. So they will sit and listen if you're talking to them of how they can make money or a way of making money, come and see. The solution to making money is then creating the business. Because he said, if you go on the front and going, do you want to start a brand new business? Most people go, what? I don't want to build a business. Thank you very much, and disappear. But he said, most of your people coming in, if you're talking about money, and then we show them in the workshops and we show them on the webinars, suddenly they go, oh, this is quite a good idea, actually.
So my next ad is going to be, do you want to make money?
Yeah.
Press the button.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm going to change it.
Just press the button, press the button, press the button.
So, just talk money. And we'll see whose ad does the best.
Just open a Coinbase account and do Bitcoin. You'll make
I'm doing that.
Bitcoin's on a bit of a downward trend at the moment, isn't it?
It goes up and down all the time now. With the same as oil and gold and silver, they all do.
I tell you what, though, guys, that's the time to buy on the dip.
Yeah,
we did. We put a load in yesterday.
Yeah.
So when it starts to go up again to 70,000, you're just going to make like 20,000 overnight.
Yeah.
And, you know,
especially if someone like Richard Branson comes in on it, or
yeah. It's like when
know.
Tesla came in, wasn't it? And all of a
yeah,
sudden it shot
yeah.
up to the
49,000 in one night, wasn't it?
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's like we use a Revolut card as well, you know, for you doing your transfer of money and stuff. And they've just took Bitcoin on as well now.
Oh, they have?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I got
interesting.
an email yesterday saying from as little as $1, you can exchange cash to Bitcoin on your Revolut card. It's like, oh, right, okay. So all the
that
big
will
boys,
do me. That'll do me.
Yeah, all the big boys are coming on board for Bitcoin now.
I think Coinbase floated on the stock market this week or last week.
Did.
Yeah. Yes.
It's only going one way, that. So if you can get into that as well, happy days, isn't it? There's one for each other. So if you're going to do your advertising and you want to bring a lot of members in to help them, then that's the way to do it.
Well, the way I'm looking at it is I'm going to go in and obviously, because I'm building an email list already, like you two, you guys are doing, you know, they're going to get targeted. Okay, so this wasn't for you. How about this? The ones that haven't, you know.
I mean, you will always have people unsubscribing off your list. So like yesterday, we had 2 guys left who've been on our list since 2019, and they both unsubscribed yesterday.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I'm not just going to let you go. So I got both emails, sent them a personal email saying, well, look, obviously this didn't suit you, this opportunity. How about coming across and having a look at this? This is something recently we've got involved in. One of them's come straight in and signed up.
Brilliant.
You know, so you're just there to try and help them. I mean, and if one thing doesn't work, the other might.
Yeah.
It's like somebody contacted me yesterday as well, and they were like, oh, can you send me a link? I'm so excited to send me a link. And I was like, because I've been talking about the cat grooming, the affiliate, and the CFX. And they were like, send me a link. And I'm like, to which one? do you want everything? I was like, I need a link to cat grooming now for something else. But yeah, honestly, your list is everything. So if you start building that list, and the skills you've learned here will certainly help you in other things as well.
Yeah.
You know,
is this format that you're doing showing the profits? That's part of what you've been told to do as well.
You don't have to do that.
You don't have to, but you see, I'm
it's great though, isn't it?
Using my Canva, you know, because I've got a Canva account sitting there, and I know how to use it. So I've just been going in and playing on that, but it only takes 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And posting that across all social media.
But obviously, we're not here to talk about that. We're SFM.
No, I know. But at the end of the day, it's great to show that you've got something, and it's in such a short term.
Yeah.
You know,
But
I mean, I was introduced. You know what I'm like. I take a long time to make a decision. It took me 3 months to join you properly. You know, but I was shown this three or 4 weeks ago. 3 days before you sent me your email. But there you go.
Yeah,
wrong subject.
We're enjoying it, and we're enjoying that, and we're enjoying this. So I mean, we're just slogging on now, really. So we are trying to get a new script done. So I think that'll be the next protocol for us, is to get a new video done and edited and all that.
But we just want to understand all the funnel with SFM before we go bang.
Yeah.
Put like $5,000 at it, you know, in the months. You know, we know it works. We know this system works, but we just need that next. We basically need a bit of a break, I think, with advertising. Like 3 years is a long, long time, guys. To keep on that train. It's a hell of a long time.
But then we got a lead in yesterday for 64p on retargeting. So, and that was off the one campaign, which is anyone who's watched a video on our YouTube channel. And then we got another one, or another 2 for £1.24, something like that, from people who have, what was the other one? Visited the website.
Yeah.
So, you know, for ticking and doing nothing, well, you know.
Asking around a few people.
Yeah.
Who's got any news? Who hasn't spoke for a while?
Oh.
A few months ago.
I tend to speak quite a lot, so if someone else wants to go first.
Yeah, I've got some news. You could probably see in the background, I've teamed up and aligned myself with Investment Mastery. So coming back to the Bitcoin, this is what Investment Mastery is all about. It's an education program designed by a German, which tend to be technically very good. He purchased £850 of Ethereum 4 years ago. That particular coin is now worth, to return the region of about 650,000. So on the back of that, he started this program to do with digital education. He was already in the stock market and trading from an educational point of view, but now in the background, they're running their own trades. Why I've aligned myself with them is because my background is financial services and they've got no affiliate program. So I think a couple of weeks ago I was talking about trying to speak to people regarding the affiliate program. I still got no feedback from anybody. So in the end, I just went forward with it. I've now got news back from Investment Mastery. They're more than happy to work with me. They're more than happy for me to start building in background, in the background, the program for them. Talking about your emails, I'm right in the middle of doing the emails as we speak. We've also done a voiceover. If you've got time, I can run that through with you now, if you want to listen to it.
So is your plan, Dave, to put this Investment Mastery into mentors.com so it becomes part of the SFM?
Further down the line, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And,
But it has got a means to an end with the SFM. It's kind of linked. It's going to be linked in.
It just makes sense to do it.
Yeah.
And the other thing that you've got to be a bit clever how you do this. So I'm trying to bring in professional people. So on the website of the limited company, I'll give you I've got it written down here. I'll give you an example of what I've put. Obviously, spent the early years in the forces. I then transitioned into corporate responsibility, working with the YBS group. That's Yorkshire Building Society for people that don't know, where I grew and led a network of more than 100 estate offices throughout the M62 corridor with financial sector and launched my career in the financial and legal arenas. Most recently, I've become a founding CEO of Mackenzie We Trust, a brand of Mackenzie Marsden Clark Professional Services Limited. I oversee operations to help increase digital awareness, and I support individual businesses and networks throughout the UK to help start and grow their own independent businesses. I deliver this through SFM, Digital Experts Academy, and our digital partners. So that's what I put on my website. So the idea through Investment Mastery is to go to the professional people, such as the accountants, the mortgage advisors, people with client banks. So not only am I targeting them through videos, but I'm also doing an email campaign, and in there, I'm just sort of bringing news to them, what's happening in the markets, in the marketplace regards digital currencies and the stock trade. Now, I've only just started this, but in the last 2 weeks, I've had now 3 people sign up for the courses, and also 2 people actually invest money into the system. So it's starting to work, and I'm starting to get a little bit of traction, which is good news.
Great.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Great. So
Well done, Dave.
did nobody come back to you? Did Mark Ford not come back to you?
No, I actually emailed about 4 people, and the only person that came back to me was the lady that you had on last week, which I missed. Can't remember her name.
Jill Humphries.
Yeah.
Yeah. She came back to me, but she said, because you're setting up affiliate marketing for another company, effectively we can't help you. But I think I read that out to you anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
So-
funny because I suddenly thought then when you were chatting, we keep talking about Phil Robinson, who's doing the Saving Brothers. He's created that from complete scratch, but it's an affiliate business. So he would know it inside out now because he's built it from scratch himself. So, but if you're already up and getting going now yourself, then.
Yeah, but even so, it's still good to reach out and just to see what their angle is on things, isn't it?
So it's Philip Robinson. There's no N. It's not Robinson.
Okay.
Saving Brothers, but of course that whole website he's done is a full-on affiliate thing.
Right. So just so everybody knows, the other thing that I've done in the background is any email or letters that go out. You mentioned Coinbase. There's another site called eToro, and there's another one called Kraken. Now, in the back of the on the email, when if people click through to it, if they don't come through to my educational services or investment mastery, but click on the link to Coinbase, that will take them directly to Coinbase, but that's then my link. I then get a referral payment, and if they invest money, you also get a very, very small percentage of what money they're putting in.
Yeah.
So, you know, as time goes on, hopefully that sort of referrals will start to build up.
Yeah, because as the business builds up and people start clicking and going off and looking, it's what's happened with the cat business, Dave, because I put all my links on the cat stuff. And people are clicking left, right, and centre. I've got little bits of money coming in from all over the show. It's not huge amounts, but it's nice to see it working. And I think, well, when that channel gets bigger and bigger and bigger, which it's really starting to shift now, and it's all been done organically, I'm like, well, it can only bring more income in as the channel gets busier.
I just think the more content you put in and the more links, there's an opportunity, isn't there, that if they don't click the link that you really want them to click and they go elsewhere, at least you haven't lost everything, have you?
Yeah, you've got something. Yeah.
And you're not selling as such. All you're really doing is sharing the information. You know, I put something like breaking news. The Financial Conduct Authority, whilst they're not against digital currencies, they're saying go to Coinbase, go to eToro, or go to these other companies. So with them, I look to see if they've got affiliate links, and all three of them add. So I've signed up with them. You know, so
but you see, you're providing them with the value. Instead of them having to go look elsewhere, you've gone and done the research. You put everything there for them. You're providing that value for them to just make it so easy. Just click the link and go. And people generally, a lot of them don't know what an affiliate link is anyway. They don't realise you're getting money. But the ones who do, they're quite happy for you to get a cut of it because you've helped them.
That's what Stuart Ross does, Dave, what you're doing now and what we're starting to do. He's got.
Sorry, say that again, sorry.
Stuart Ross, he's got 15 different lists of all these different divisions with what you're doing now. Because it's, why not? Why not do it? You know, he's not just collecting money off us, taking 80% of our money. Most of his money has come from other sources. So, you know, one thing leads to another.
The other thing that I've started to look at now is the legal sector, because there's a lot of independent solicitors out there that are losing business because of the changes in the legal sector. So one of the big companies actually was not far from you, a company called Goldsmith Williams, or GW as they're rebranded, and they work with a lot of mortgage brokers, IFAs, and networks throughout the country. Yet again, they don't have an affiliate program as such. So I've written out to them, and we just at the moment we're just talking to see if it's viable. But you know, I'm looking to break into that sector as well, because everybody needs legal services of some format. You know, whether it's conveyancing, you know, whether somebody's committed a road accident or whatever, and they need a solicitor. So if I can provide something through the website that leads on to that, then why not?
Brilliant. Nice one, Dave. You've been busy then.
Yeah. Can I just share this this voice thing with you?
Go on, then.
I've got it on a speaker. I'll do it a little bit different. I've got it on a speaker, but it should be clear enough. Just bear with me.
And then we'll get on to Claire and the rest. Karen's got.
I won't be long. So it only lasts about a minute.
Okay.
Just give me a time to set it up.
Have you guys got your webinar today after this one?
No, we've got, they're every fortnight. When were we due? Was it today we were due? Can't remember if it was today or next week.
We cancelled one.
You had one last week.
Was it not last? No, it wasn't last week. It was the week before, didn't we? No, we've cancelled this one purely because we've had Steve's mum. We've had Steve's mum in and out of hospital with her eye. She thought she'd gone blind, She'd had one of her eyes done, and we didn't know whether we were going left, right, centre. We didn't know where the hell we were going. We were spinning everywhere.
We cancelled it.
So we just said, let's cancel it until further notice, because we want to make sure she's all right, because we've got to get her back to hospital to get her eyes sorted. So we're talking about laser treatment now, because whatever they've done to, she had one eye done earlier in the year, then that's gone okay. But this other eye, she's got a slip. There's all sorts of problems with it anyway. So rather than going into too gary detail, but she thought she'd gone blind in that eye, and there was absolute, you can imagine what COVID's done to her, and now she's lost her sight, and now she can't drive. Yeah. Anyway, it's been a nightmare.
Yeah, don't talk about it. We're not here to talk about her bloody mother. Jesus Christ.
Go on, Dave, you ready?
Right. Here we go then. Hopefully it should work.
Continue watching for an amazing opportunity to learn more about cryptocurrencies and the technology behind it. If you think this is not for you, then simply navigate away. You will notice there is a link which connects Mackenzie We Trust to an outstanding provider delivering quality education on cryptocurrencies and blockchain. We are doing this because of an ever-growing universal change in the way that the financial markets, currency exchanges, and corporate companies dominate this space. We need to move with these changes, and as individuals, adopt digital currencies with the introduction of Bitcoin and blockchain. Our financial future is in our hands, and we can take ownership of it by educating ourselves, providing you with the research, reports, and the appropriate tools to move forward. With support, we will encourage you to do your own research and to find alternatives for investing your own monies. This will be done through investment mastery. You will have access to a variety of learning platforms, such as live recorded webinars, individual and group coaching, as well as videos to give you a better understanding of digital currencies and blockchain technologies. Such educational training will provide invaluable in this changing financial landscape. Our commitment to you is to help you reset, re-educate, and invest in your future. Simply click the link to move forward.
Very good. Is that Trudy?
Trixie.
Trixie, sorry.
That's Trixie, yeah. Who's Trudy?
That's your other one.
Trixie, I got the T right.
Yeah. Yes, so that was about 5 takes on that one before she got it absolutely spot on. But yeah, so the idea is now that we're going to send that in, and they're going to match it up to. They'll do the video because they've got the money, they've got the clout. But they just said to us, if you can provide the voiceover, and then we can use this to put out on the links, etc.
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
what an opportunity. And then you can just rinse and repeat with other companies, like you've said.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah. But,
Brilliant.
But
Well
without SFM and the ideas that have come forward, I would have never thought of this in a million years.
No.
So from that point of view, it certainly worked for me.
Yeah, brilliant.
That's what I say to people all the time. If I hadn't been in SFM, there's no way I'd have done all these other things that we're doing, go around it as well. And it can just keep spiraling. Yeah. Amazing.
Nice one, Dave.
Right, go on.
That's me over anyway.
Thank you. Well done. And say thank you to Trixie as well.
Yeah, we'll do.
Doing her voiceover.
Okay. She will come on one day.
She's very good with the voiceovers.
And Trudy.
And Trudy, yeah.
One's enough,
Say that
Steve.
in front of her.
Right, Karen, go on. Do you want to jump out?
Oh gosh, I don't know whether any of you saw my video that I put on the 90-day yesterday. I think Claire did, yeah.
What, with your boyfriend?
With your man.
Oh yeah, well I've got a new fellow as well, which is great because he's incredibly supportive with everything. So that's brilliant. But I have this life painting. Sorry?
I said, have you done Siege?
Oh God, let's not even talk about that. So moving on. I've got this really life-changing thing that I want to do, and I kind of wanted to open it up to you two, because I want to plan it in a way that it works using SFM stuff. So basically what it is, I've decided to, in a nutshell, quit my job, take 3 months to do loads of hikes, long distance hikes, and then this is where I need the ideas. So my idea was to put regular updates on Instagram to get more of a following. In between trips, write blogs about everything that I've done. So while I'm doing the trip, because electricity and battery power is going to be an issue, I'll probably like have a written diary that I can then turn into blog form in between the trips. I wanted to open it up and just see if anyone else had any ideas about how I can get it more money-making stuff, obviously more in an organic way. I'm not doing paid advertising yet, but imagine I say doing the Pennine Way. I'm going to be away for 2 weeks or maybe a bit longer doing that, writing down all my experiences and things. But are there other things that you can think of that I might be able to do so that at the end of 3 months, I've really set myself up so that I can kind of really launch this website? It's going okay at the moment, but it really needs some actual action, like the actual backpacking kind of experiences. It needs more of that stuff to draw people in, because people love reading about that stuff. And I'm not short of ideas about content, but it was more from a technical side of things, or money making ideas to get an income. Because if you get the followers, say I get lots of followers on Instagram, what can I do with them that's going to bring me some cash, basically?
Okay.
The equipment. The first thing that come to my mind is the equipment. So what tent you're using, what stuff you're using for the cooking, maybe even get sponsorship from the companies that provide your boots, your weatherproof stuff.
Comparisons as well.
The trouble is, I'm skint, right? So doing comparisons on expensive gear when I haven't got the money to buy it, I'm basically starting from rock bottom. I just, what I do, I buy the cheap thing and then upgrade.
That's probably the majority of your audience, though. They're going to be the ones that are going to try and do it on a budget. So you can probably start off by saying, this is how you do it on a budget. And then once you get the money rolling in from that, then you can go up to the medium price range and then maybe escalate from there.
Is this about,
got to start from somewhere, haven't they?
Yeah, is this about trying to get some money for this, or your ideas?
Well, I had a bit of both, really. I had an idea that I'd reach out to different companies, like outdoor companies, and see if I could get some sponsorship or help. But I don't know. I feel a bit shy to ask for it because I'm not sure what I can.
I was going to say that. I was going to say, can't you contact someone and just say, look, I'm building a channel. I would go on YouTube with this as well. YouTube for me has been a life turner with the cats. I mean, I've got such a following now that, I mean, they haven't all subscribed, but you can see off your analytics. I mean, I've got 300 subscribers on there, literally come on in the last 3 months. But I've had thousands of people who haven't subscribed but are constantly commenting now and reaching out, wanting stuff from me, and they're coming to me now asking for stuff. So they're giving me the content to film or to talk about, and they're giving me ideas for courses and things. It's not me trying to think all the time. So the audience are feeding us now with the content.
Have you done an audit to this, Karen? How much money you're going to need for this 3 months? Have you got that already?
Yeah, I've basically, I did my financial calculations yesterday. So because right now I'm putting quite a lot of money into savings. So if I stop putting money into savings and just collect that money, I've already got enough with my day-to-day that I can keep my room on and everything like that, so I wouldn't make myself homeless. I've got enough to cover the bare expenses for 3 months, but then at the end of it, I need a job now, like at the end. But I've got a call today with a friend of mine who may be giving me some marketing work with his swimming pool company in Birmingham, which is a bit of a long shot, but we've been talking a few times in the last few months, and he's now sent me his Google ad campaign, and he's happy for me to just learn on the job. And obviously from his point of view, he can pay me less than if I was an absolute expert. And because we're friends, it might be a good way in, but it's not a guaranteed position. But I'm sort of hoping that when I come back, I can at least get a part-time job with him. I mean, I really want to leave my job as it is anyway, because it stops me doing all the things I want to do.
Yeah.
But if I can,
Karen, I think you need to think about the bigger picture, because if you're going to kind of flip-flop around with these little things, these little bits, if it's about the money to get you going, just open a Coinbase account and use the crypto. Because it's
to be honest, the whole crypto thing is a complete mystery to me. I've heard of Bitcoin, I've heard of cryptocurrency, but I have no idea how it works, how you even spend that kind of money, where it comes from, how it's connected to anything. I've never done any research on it.
It seems like you're going to have to do a hell of a lot of work for a little bit of money, rather than just
yes, but when that little bit starts coming in, she builds an audience, then it takes off. Look at the cats.
No,
because I wonder how I can get people to sponsor me when I haven't got an audience, you see. But if people are following an actual real life journey with you going from zero to hero, basically teaching yourself all the skills you need as you go along in real life scenario. You know, I've just seen on Instagram, I started putting just a few more posts. I mean, I've still got hardly anything on there, but people seem to be joining my Instagram account nearly every day. And I don't know, my sister helped me a lot with putting the hashtags and just putting loads more hashtags. And so I can see that will build up pretty quickly if I'm posting every day.
Stories is a big one on Instagram as well, Karen, because
I have no idea how to use it. I'm a complete newbie with Instagram, so I need some training.
Feed is fine, but feed posts tend to go with your hashtags. But what you should be doing, you should have like 3 sets of hashtags. So just have 3 different sets set up and copied somewhere. And then that's what I do. When I was posting everyday feeds on Insta, literally go in and copy the second set of hashtags on day 2, third set of hashtags day 3, day 4, go back to hashtag 1 list, because otherwise you're going up against yourself in competition on your feed post being seen. So you want to go under different hashtags over 2 or 3 different days if you're doing it daily on your feed posts. So literally go and get 3 lists set up and pasted into a notepad somewhere on your phone, and then you can just copy them across. And you know you put them in the comments, don't you? Yeah.
No, I did not know that.
Okay. So if you post your feed, so if you look at our Instagram, we did one yesterday. It was just like a quote about earning multiple income streams. We post it. And then as soon as it's posted, literally within seconds, I go into comments, and the first comment is me pasting all my hashtags in. And there's a big list of my hashtags. And that's the way with Insta to do it properly. That's what we were taught by Holly Barris, who's the lady who runs an Instagram business.
And there's also tomorrow, Karen, I don't know if you're aware, the Rebellious Business Network are doing a specialist thing with Corky, with YouTube marketing. How to get your YouTube organically grown quickly. And he's an inside expert.
What time's that?
YouTube. 10 o'clock, is
it? I think it's 10 o'clock tomorrow. I think she does 10 o'clock.
UK?
Yeah.
I'm working tomorrow morning until 12, so.
There should be a recording. Are you in the RBN?
No. What group is that again?
Rebellious Business Network.
Yeah, Cordelia Kate. I think Howard's in it.
I'm going to say, if you register, surely you'll be able to watch the recording anyway.
Yeah, she will send it out.
Yeah, because we're thinking of going on that tomorrow for some more YouTube.
But yes,
I was going to say another idea, Karen, if you looking for sponsors, is maybe approach some of the magazines. I mean, I know it's all online now, but I still call them magazines that write about these things. See if they'd follow you on one of your trips.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because they may well sponsor like the equipment, the food and everything else, which will save you money.
Yeah, it's going to be, that's going to be the most expensive bit, I think, these dehydrated meals and things like that.
Have you got a GoPro as well, Karen?
Say that again?
Have you got a GoPro to film?
I haven't, but I was going to invest in one for the trips.
Yeah. Did you watch Dan Carroll's video yesterday? He had his GoPro on and he could shut it off with his voice.
Yeah, they do really cool things. So I'm basically thinking of giving myself until the end of June, just being really focused, getting the video training in, being really clear about, packing the trips into the 3 months and being clear about how I'm going to use the material that I'm gathering to put online. But I want to know as much as I can before I go, so I'm not wasting opportunities when I'm out, you know.
Yeah.
If the meals are the most expensive, can't you contact the people who do the meals and just say, look, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing this on a regular basis throughout these next 3 months. I will be filming your meals. I am building my audience, blah, 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 blah. Would you be willing to send me something or give me a mention? Or because what you'll find as well on Instagram, they might have an Instagram post, I don't know. Sometimes they'll give you a shout out and they'll shout out your channel. So people will come to you. That's another good way of getting your brand seen if you're using that. I've done it with Wall, because Wall are the people who do my cat clippers.
Germany.
And I contacted them and I said, look, literally every single video I do, you've got me with your clippers in my hand, clipping cats and talking about shaving and this, that, and the other. And they have come back with some offers of different things for me. I'm not particularly happy with them. The actual cat food people have come back with a better deal than the Wall themselves. But I thought maybe it's just because they're such a big company, they don't really need me. But they have said they would mention me on their site. And I thought, well, okay, they're such a big site. Well, it would do me no harm having a mention on their site.
Yeah, absolutely. And it counts as a backlink maybe as well, does it?
Yeah,
if you've got a write-up.
Karen, can I make a suggestion? This is going back to 2000, so there wasn't the internet and everything there is now, and websites in the same way. But I wanted to do a race around the UK in a high-performance microlight, going literally around the whole country. And what I did is I approached BBC Radio, and wherever I was going in the country on those days, they agreed to give me a 5-minute interview at 8 o'clock each morning on my route. So as I was going around the route each morning when I got up from the hotel, I would give an interview before I started racing. And that led to a big international legal services company approaching me and saying, if we can use you in our marketing, we'll pay for the lot.
Brilliant.
Well,
It actually cost over 25 grand and they just paid it.
gosh.
Wow.
Because obviously I had a backup team and fuel and all sorts of things, hotels for everybody and so on.
So what did you do? You just wrote to the BBC asking them?
I just phoned up my local radio station, BBC radio station, and then said what I was going to do. And I wanted to be, they said they wanted to follow what I was doing. But that then led to them telling all the other different areas along the route of BBC Radio. So from, say, Radio Shropshire to Radio Cheshire and so on, all the way around the country. And it led to being interviewed every morning. That was just on a telephone, on early mobiles, you know. And that led to a huge amount of publicity.
Brilliant. Why don't you just get Chris to be your manager, Karen?
Yeah, he thought like you.
Yeah. And then, of course, you can use, now these days, you could use that on your website and get people to follow you from that and say, listen to me on the radio in the morning and what I've achieved today or yesterday and so on.
The only thing I can think is that a lot of places I'm going to are not going to have mobile signal for the phone calls. That would be an issue, I think.
It's a satellite phone.
And battery power is the other, well, potentially you could overcome the battery power issue, but if there's no mobile signal where you are, then it's going to be.
Yeah,
I
mean,
don't want to
that
put
might not be a problem, Karen, because because I fly, obviously I go across open countryside, like, I don't know, Snowdonia or something like that. And you'd be surprised how many masts there are out in the middle of nowhere. You see them as you're flying along. They're everywhere these days. So
97% of the country.
Yeah. So even if it's poor signal, I mean, you can imagine what mobiles were like in 2000. The interviews sometimes are very poor because you're often then phoning from a grass strip in the middle of nowhere, you know. So you'd be surprised.
Aaron, you can always get Chris to do some food drops as well.
Yeah. Gotta finish the plane first. Yeah, dear man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's,
but these days with the internet, you could use all of that on there for massive publicity, I would have thought.
Yeah, get my own T-shirt made and things like that. It's a world of possibilities when you start thinking, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
But and how 3 months in your life can change everything.
This is a great thing. great for your
It's gonna be
channel
a massive
talking
risk.
about it as well, isn't it? Just the build up to it. I mean, that's great.
Yeah.
It is.
Have you thought about putting some
Exactly.
ideas in mentors in the tribe about asking people what you've just asked us now?
Yeah.
I know it's
I
early
haven't thought
days.
about it, 'cause
No.
literally this idea was born like Friday night
No.
last week. So it's really,
Yeah.
it's been sort of simmering away. And then I watched this film called Finding Joe. I don't know if anybody's seen it. It's a bit like The Secret. You can find it on YouTube for free. Yeah, and they had this phrase in it, follow your bliss. And I was like, oh, I need to do that. I'm not following my bliss.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it got me thinking.
Once it gathers
And I
momentum,
just-
you're going to be laughing, Karen, aren't you? Because, like you said, you're
I
only a
think
few
so.
days in.
The worst thing that can happen is that I end up with no money and homeless. I mean, and that's easy to get out of, I think.
Well, you can't go further down from that, can you?
Well, I got a tent, so how bad can it be?
Yeah, but you've got a new boyfriend now, so you can just go to his place, can't you?
Yeah, exactly. Plan B. Yeah.
By the way, Karen, how are you going to fit your new boyfriend in on your 3-month travel?
He's going with it.
He is coming with me for
Ah.
You've got your cameraman then, haven't you?
Yeah, he's working full time, but he can work remotely. But he's very keen to join me for parts of it. He's a very keen cyclist, so he's.
You're just using him basically, like we did that video.
Yeah.
Very clever.
Modern day Rosie Swale.
Out of interest,
Good luck with it. Sounds exciting.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Out of interest, Karen, have you had a look at anybody else's website that have got a big following to see what little ideas you can get from their sites?
Yeah, yesterday I was spending a lot of time on YouTube, and people that seem to have a huge amount of followers, they're just themselves on camera, and they share just the normal everyday stuff, actually, not complicated gear reviews and things like that. They're just you know, they go do a bit of wild camping, because I'm aiming at be the female market, really, same sort of age group as me, but a lot of people that are doing that stuff, they're in their 20s, they're not in their 40s. I mean, who does this when they're in the mid 40s, for God's sake? Just ditches everything and takes off to do some hiking. So
well, you do.
Well, just me apparently. Yes. Niche market.
I've just gone on this website now, and it's top tips for the Mont Blanc and all that stuff. So
yeah, the most like traffic that people seem to get is when you talk about places. Yeah. So if you say you're doing the Pennine Way, or you're doing a certain hike or a certain area, they look for the place, and that's how you get the traffic.
Right.
Well, there's one there during the pandemic as well. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
So people are sparking these kind of things up.
So make sure on your Insta post, make sure you put your location on then, because that's a big
location, pretty photos, and just be real.
Yeah.
There's some amazing things on here that people are doing, like you're planning to do, and they're logging it beautifully. They're really doing well on it.
Yeah, this is why I need to up my skill set for videoing.
Yeah.
Because posting one YouTube video a week seems to be the way to go. People don't post that many videos. They're not posting every day or anything. But if you can post one a week, see, in my downtimes, I can set them up so that they post automatically in the future, can't I? And just do one a week if I wanted to, or two a week if I'm being really productive. But and just I think that's probably what they're going to say it's a bit like the blogging. If they know when you're going to post, they look for you, don't they? And think, oh, she posts on Mondays, so I'll go and look there and see what the latest news is. And then if they want the day-to-day bit, they go on Instagram, look at the photos for the day and things like that.
That's where your stories come in well, because they only last for 24 hours. So they upload for literally 24 hours and then they drop off. So, and it highlights anyone following you, it highlights with a red ring round, and you appear at the top of their page. So they know you posted something new each day. And it's literally, people love them because literally it's only seconds long, then it's a quick snip of what you're up to, and people like to check in, quick snip, gone, done.
Yeah.
They don't have to read a full blog or anything. So stories are very good for you as well.
And also, it's not going to suck loads of battery power on my end.
No.
Every day.
Yeah.
If I can, I've never actually made a story on Instagram. I've got no idea how to do that.
You could do a load in advance before you go, you know, just like the basic thing, so that you can just download it and then you can just add a date onto it, or you can just drag things onto it to personalize it.
Sure, Karen, I want to do
No,
it.
it's just on the phone.
Oh, it's on.
I do it all on my phone.
Well, I'll look at some Instagram training and but yeah, I go into Canva, I get a design on Canva that I like. So like we did a thing on Forex trading. So it was a guy with a phone with the markets going up and down. I literally grabbed that picture, I brought it across to Instagram, throw it into stories, and then on stories you can get to add text, add little emojis, add giffies, add anything you want. So I added a spinning Bitcoin at the top. I added 2 little things, buy and sell, flashing things, and then I put text at the bottom, contact us if you want to learn how to trade hands-free or something like that. And that was it. Now you could have most of them done so that you can just download them as and when you want to before you go. And all you've got to do is tweak them with some little emojis. Yeah,
and
that's
things.
a great idea.
Yeah. And that'll save battery power as well.
Yeah.
How about blogging in advance for sponsorship? Or do you think that would be a bit too direct?
What do you mean, Chris? Like actually requesting?
Just saying that you intend to do all these different adventures over 3 months, and that you're desperately looking for help with that, even with small things like, I don't know, a GoPro.
Yeah.
And a list of items, maybe. You'd be surprised at people that want to get involved.
You've given me an idea. There's a way that you can so you can create a new page, isn't there, on your website, and then anyone that goes to your website, they get that page first, I think.
Yeah.
And then they can just, I don't know, almost like a pop-up, but it's an actual page rather than a pop-up, you know.
I've got an idea, Karen. If 4 videos in, say, 8, you talk about live your life to the full, we can sponsor you. You bring some traffic to us, we'll give you some money. How much money do you want?
Thousands.
There you go, there's the start.
Lots and lots.
and a percentage of every sale they make as well.
Yeah,
exactly.
we don't mind. We don't mind.
I'm just trying to think.
Maybe you could get people like Mountain Warehouse to supply the footwear or the tent gear or whatever, you know.
Yeah, right.
As long as you can actually show their logo in some of your vlogs.
Yeah, or go outdoors or someone like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you can be cheeky on a YouTube channel as well, and a lot of the I was looking at a lot of the tarot readers, they actually have a donate button.
Yeah.
You know, so they say,
I've looked.
You know, I'm giving you all this value for free, but if you want to donate to my channel, do it here. Now there's a cat guy doing it as well who started doing, because I'm giving all this for free. If you want to help, but what he's doing, if you donate, it goes to the shelter for the cats. It doesn't go to him as such.
Do you know?
Or so we're led to believe.
Do you know, a lot of people make a living off of places like Pexels with their photography stuff and video.
Oh
links.
yeah, someone else mentioned this to me. Yeah, putting pictures on to sell them. That's a good one.
So a donate button would work.
Yeah.
What's that other thing that people use to get people to send them money? Can't remember the name.
Usually
a website.
A lead. No, it's
there's
not
one on your website.
It's something
else. There's one on your website. You can put, say, buy me a coffee, and you can put it in the corner of your website.
That's it.
It's called something
I've
else.
I've seen that on.
Really that's called escorting, that, Karen, isn't it? Buy me a Porsche. Buy me a Ferrari.
Sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy. Yeah, that's it.
No, buy me a coffee.
I couldn't get it more than £2.50 on the thing, so that was a bit useless.
No, sugardaddy.com, that's what you could go on. No, there's one called Sugar Babies, so you could do that one. Get all the older dudes to sponsor you.
Where are you finding these sites, Steve?
I just know.
Yeah, right.
Someone told him, obviously.
I think it was Chris, actually.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. I don't know.
Karen, a couple of ideas. Might work, might not. Have you thought about approaching charities because by going out on hiking, you're promoting healthy living. Make the heart stronger. So I'm sure there'd be a charity that would look favourably at this. It might be worth approaching. That was one idea. Another idea was that while you're out about and you're doing your hiking and you're going from town to town, city to city, or village to village, and then you're going into certain shops. Now those shops will have their own promotion websites. Do they have affiliate programs, wherever? So there might be a way that you can then promote their services on your website, and then anybody then going to that shop and purchasing a coffee through your link, you get paid for it. It was just an idea.
Yeah, or restaurants and places maybe as well. Yeah, that specialise more. Like they want to attract hikers or walkers. Yeah.
Will your own coffee shop sponsor you? Because you work for them, don't you?
She's leaving.
Yeah, I'm leaving them in a difficult situation, so they're probably not going to be happy with me.
I thought they'd kind of like to get rid of you.
I think I'm the favourite there at the moment, actually.
Oh, well, they should like you then. They might give you a little bonus for leaving.
Call it a sabbatical. Don't quit your job. Just say I'm disappearing for 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thought of going back just makes my heart sink with sadness.
You don't have to go back.
You can tell them you're going back. You don't have to.
I also want the payout on the holiday money because that's going to help me. And I'm not going to get it if I say I'm going to go back.
All right.
Karen, part of your walk, just go past the shop and bring business back to them. Do it that way, and then pop that into your video.
Trouble is, I live next door to the shop. So.
Oh, right. Okay. Still a bit too close. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very far away. Thanks so much for all your ideas, guys. I've got some investigating to do now for sure.
Yeah, but definitely put it into Mentors though, Karen, and all the other places.
Yeah, I need to put it on my Facebook on Mentors and just get it out there a bit more. But the trouble is, there's a lot of work people on my Facebook, so I need to sort of air the idea at work first, tell my family, and try not to let them talk me out of it.
You could of course get a huge following if you did some of the more secluded areas naked.
They say I'm a pervert. I don't know.
I don't want that kind of following, Des, but thanks.
Des, don't bring the tone down.
So Des wants you naked, and Steve wants to prostitute you out, dear right?
Yeah.
That's called dogging, isn't it, in your day, Des? I tell you what, my mum used to be a dogger, but it was about scrumping apples. She said that to me one day. She said, I used to be a dogger.
There was a family car load of people driving along the motorway, and she just come out with it. We've talked about out in the country and blah, blah, and she said, yeah, that I used to love that. I used to be a dogger. And we all went, what did you do, Sarah? She said, oh, well, my mates used to climb up the tree and get all the fruits and the apple or whatever. And I was the dogger. I'd stay at the bottom of the tree and I would dog on anybody coming, if anyone was coming close. So basically, she was the lookout. She called it a dogger.
She have a big stick to beat them off or something.
Like, oh dear, wrong words. I'm sure it's the wrong words.
Yeah.
Karen, the thing I was thinking about is Patreon. I keep hearing everybody talking about Patreon and the method of being able to get people to, effectively sponsor, but they just donate. They just have
and then you give them
why people have the urge to do it, but they just have this urge to send you money. And Patreon's just one of them. Apparently, there's quite a few.
Are there? Okay. Do you know any of the other ones?
No, if you just probably just Google what's similar to Patreon, you'd probably come up with all sorts of different options.
But yeah, Patreon, you can have tiers of things, can't you, as well? But you have to literally give them something. So it's just coming up with the things you can give them.
Yeah, I don't know really anything about it. Just every time I ever see a YouTube video and it's someone promoting themselves, they'll say thank you to all my Patreon subscribers, and I'm thinking, what the hell is Patreon? And then I started looking what it was. It's literally people donating money.
A lot of these outdoor people have that stuff, and some of them, there's one girl I follow, she's got like 6 levels. you know, and on the top one, you start getting free T-shirts and hats and things as included. You know,
That's
you're
it.
paying
Yes.
every month, but
That's it. So like basic
yeah,
subscription or basic donation will get you an extra, I don't know, an extra blog a week or something.
yeah, or you get some personal thank you message.
Yeah.
I don't know, not much,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Karen,
Yeah,
what's the
that's-
real purpose? What's the aim and the purpose of the hike? What's the real reasons for doing it?
Well, living my dream, basically. I want to go hiking. I want to do that because that's what I'm dreaming about doing all the time. And I just can't wait any longer. And if I can turn that into a lifestyle that I can earn money from so that I can
Yeah, you
live
need
off
to
that,
monetize it, don't you?
yeah, not have to do things like working these massively long hours, knackering myself out doing chefing. I need to do more things that I love. I don't want to keep going back to a job that I feel sad to go to. And hiking gets me excited. I can get out there and I can spend, you know, all day outside hiking. And even though it's still hurting my body in the same way that being in a kitchen would be, perhaps, I don't care. It's fine.
Just try and put yourself in the
Oh, you're on mute.
the shoes
Oh,
of the person that's sorry. Go on, somebody else can go.
No, I just couldn't hear you at the beginning
Oh,
because
sorry.
it sounded like you were on mute.
Try to put yourself in the shoes of the person that's actually watching you do this hike. And if they were going to sort of donate money or give money, what would be the reason, the purpose for doing that? So you're a person that's going out hiking, you want to live your dream. I'm a person looking in and watching, thinking, well, you know, why should I be giving this lady? I'm not knocking what you're doing. I think it's fantastic, but I'm just trying to put yourself in the person that's watching you in this. So I think you've got to give them a purpose for doing it. It might be that you're raising money for a charity or something of that description. I would just say give more of a purpose for doing it.
I mean, I think probably it would be more along the, you know, I'm doing what other people dream that they can do, just walking away from their job and going off doing what you want to do. How many people are going to have the guts to do that? So it's more of a, I'm inspiring other people that, hey, it really doesn't go that wrong if you do that. It's going to be okay.
But how many people are going to give money to you just because you're doing that? Your purpose is fantastic. How many people out there are going to give you money just because you're trying to live your dream and do everything that everybody else would like to do? Your purpose is fantastic, but that's a lot of people out there won't be looking quite the same as yourself and probably as me. I just think you need to give more of a purpose. That's just my opinion, by the way. You know, people could disagree with this. But if say you were doing all the things that you're doing, you try to raise money for certain charities. You've gone to the hiking shop. They've given you certain equipment that you're testing in the field. You're breaking it all down. You're showing that it's durable, etc., etc. You can then report all that back. You're visiting different shops or on your while you're out there hiking. You know, it drives traffic into those little towns and villages that have been quiet for such a long time. Can you see where I'm sort of trying to go with this? Yeah. As opposed to, I'm on this hike, I'm doing it these are my reasons for doing it. But as the end user, why would I pay you money or a donation for you doing that without a real purpose? That's just my opinion.
Entertainment is one thing. I mean, I'll quite happily buy someone, you know, on the buy me a coffee thing. If they've done something that I've enjoyed, I'll quite happily put my £2 into a coffee for them. You know,
Yeah.
You know, it might not sound a lot, £2, but if you've got 100 people doing that on a daily basis.
I'm just trying to think of the bigger picture, because obviously she needs money coming in, so you've just got to broaden your horizons a bit, haven't you, to bring that money coming in, whether it be on a blogs, or whatever you want to call them. You know, there's so many different things that you could be doing.
We'll sponsor you.
I tell you what, I'm going to try that donate button. I'm going to see. When are you going? In 3 months?
So I was planning on July, basically summer. So July, August, September. That's when I'm planning on going.
I'm going to try that donate button on my cat channel, just because that's gaining momentum now. So I'm just going to see if that brings anything in, and then I can give you some feedback. Because who'd have
Is that
thought?
YouTube then?
Yeah, who'd have thought me grooming a cat, a different cat every day, putting it on a video. Loads of people are interested. For me, it's a job. It's the same thing going on all the time. It's the same grooming. It's the same, but the cats are different. Cats react differently. They hear the story of the cat. They love the cat's names. They love looking at the coats. I talk to them about the different coats. And like for us, it's boring because we've done it for years. But for people watching, they love it. And we've been cutting the videos down, and they're actually coming back going, no, leave the videos, like the long videos. So we're up to like 20, 25-minute videos now, which is still edited down. People are asking, can we have longer videos? Can we see a whole groom? And I'm like, well, you'd be an hour and a half. Yeah, we want it.
I like that. I'm getting bored, Phil.
It's the same thing, but they're loving it. And I think, okay, well, fair enough. I might do something like a donate channel, but I will send the money to the cat charity down the road or something like that and do it for charity and see if it works, because then that's me giving back again for the cats. Because the whole point of that channel was not only to educate owners on the importance of grooming their cats, but it was also to help the cats around the world that are being neglected through lack of knowledge of grooming and things like that. So if I can do that, that's my legacy almost in my YouTube channel. And when that YouTube channel hits its 1,000 subscribers, because I've got the watch hours in now, I just need the 1,000 subscribers, that channel starts paying me then for helping people.
And I wonder also with the donate button, maybe you can say, well, I don't know, a third or half or whatever goes to myself, and then the rest goes to charity, you know.
Yeah.
Split it.
Well, I'm going to do it for a charity. That's a good idea, but I'm going to do mine for charity. But yeah, for yours, definitely do. I don't see why you can't just say donate and help me with, help me out if you like this channel, because it takes my time and my stuff. And a lot of people, like Des said, a couple of quid, and people go, yeah, if I like the channel, I'll send you a couple of quid.
Yeah, and absolutely. It takes a long time to make videos and things if you're going to keep going with it, doesn't it? So
yeah, definitely.
If you're living your dream, Karen, then surely you can link that to your SFM journey, because most of us are in SFM because we're trying to live that independent existence. You could just directly link the two. I'm here on Mountain X living my dream. You two could be doing this, and this is how I managed to achieve it.
Have you followed Stuart's website?
Sorry, whose?
Stuart Ross's, the one he built up for the modules.
The van life one.
Oh, the van life one.
Yeah, I have. I've looked at that one, and also on the online business from scratch, he goes into a lot more organic stuff in there as well.
Yeah, but just saying, because he has built that, and it's topping the SEO now, isn't it?
Yeah,
I guess so.
What's that? 6 months?
Yeah,
8 months.
More like a year, I think.
No, I think it was when he went to Australia.
That's February.
Yeah, so it's just over a year now.
Right.
He launched the idea in February in Australia, and then he got started. So yeah, probably just less than.
He's not doing it all himself, right? He's paying people to write the blogs for him.
He's outsourced a lot of his blogs.
See you, Eamon.
2 people.
Yeah, Eamon.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Eamon.
Yeah, Eamon.
I was going to ask you about your how your campaign was doing as well, and we've got.
Sorry,
I've got inevitably technical issues with my analytics and ads and things, and I can't see anything in my dashboard. My ad says I've had like 29 views, but my analytics says I haven't got anything. So I've been trying to ask Google what's going on. So I just need to get some clarity on why why I'm not getting any analytics or data from it. So that's really the clarification I need.
Is Google Analytics all linked up correctly?
Well, I've got an issue because Google Analytics are saying, take all these codes and put them into your video and into your website. And I'm saying, well, I don't want to do that because I've just spent money with Kirill setting up all my tracking and tag manager and containers. And I don't want anyone to touch it because I'm frightened to death. Everything goes out the window. So, but Google Analytics are saying, unless you put these codes in, you won't get any data. So I don't know, it's catch-22. I don't know what to do about it. They've sent me codes to embed in my video and in my campaigns, but when I look in them, I've got all my container codes for my tag manager.
What's Kirill said, David?
No, Kirill set all his tags up.
Yeah, Kirill set up everything, and so I don't want to touch it.
Can Kirill go through this problem with you?
Yeah, I asked Kirill. Kirill said it's up to you.
Oh.
And I said, well, I'll leave it then. So I've not done anything, but it means I'm not getting any stats through from Google, which is a strange thing. So I've put in a call to them to ask for further clarification, but the very least I should be getting is data on my views and what's happening, but I'm not getting that.
Can you get into Google Ads and see your impressions and things like that, or is nothing showing in Google Ads?
No, it's just nothing at all in the dashboard for 2 weeks, just nothing.
No, that's not
which is...
Again, Eamon, go on before you do anything else. Can you get on 6 o'clock call with Dan tonight?
Yeah, I think I will, yeah.
Get on that call, and again, it'll be a bum fight with all the live your life to the fullest. Soon as he opens up that call at 6 o'clock, go into the chat box and put your question in straight away. Because the further up the list you are, the more chance you've got of, because he only does an hour, the more chance you've got of getting your question answered if you can get straight into that chat. So get on the call a few minutes early, see if you can get on, and as soon as he goes live, boom, go into the chat box. Say you've got a question around Google not connecting up, can you help? And he's bound to know.
And the top 10 questions in Mentors again, nobody's using it. There's a list of questions in Mentors that might be able to help you out.
Yeah, I think I will.
I think sometimes, for me, I would always go to Dan because he explains stuff. I resonate with Dan, and when he talks, I can understand it better than if I'm trying to read something. Because when you showed us that thing last week with all them different codes, I was like, oh my, that would be me. Like, don't know what I'm doing. But yeah,
it just seems like every week you get an email from SFM or somewhere saying, do this and change your funnel and put this code in here. And you're thinking,
it shouldn't be.
Well,
it's
I've just spent the last 2 months doing it differently. So it's the technical stuff that just does your head in. It's but yeah, I'll post something out and I'll see if I can come in tonight.
Yeah, get on there, because I know Stuart Watson's been on the calls the last sort of 2-3 weeks. Then he was on last week's. But honestly, Dan goes above and beyond to help you. So just get on there and ask him. He's a wizard in everything to do with SFM, technical, everything. He knows it all. So just reach out.
Okay, will do. Thanks, guys. Have to go. I've got an 11 o'clock. So.
All right. Thanks,
okay, bye.
Right, Norman, how are you getting on?
I'm okay, dear. I just want to ask you about the cryptocurrency. I got your email the other day. I just wanted to clarify that a little bit. I'm more interested into that, just to get to know it a little bit, because this cryptocurrency and everything else, there's so much out there. You don't know which one is which and what is what, and then a lot of criminals are using that as well to get your money.
Norman, do you want to stay on the call after, because we might have a few people on after the SFM call?
Stay on this webinar when we shut it down if you want. We'll just quickly show you what's happening for us, and if you fancy it, it's up to you whether you want to go for it.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Because we've never done crypto either, and so this was an eye-opener for us.
Chris, as well, you went on a call last week with it, didn't you, mate?
Yeah, I'll stop on as well if that's okay.
Anyone who wants to stop on.
Yeah. In general, everything is still fine. I'm also struggling with advertising and stuff like that. I spend a lot of money and very little leads. Or they are, coming up, but they're not converting. You know what I mean? It's a nightmare.
So you're getting people in?
I do get people in, but they, I get like 5, 10 there, 6 there, but actually it doesn't turn into money.
Okay, so when they come in, are they coming through to your emails?
Yeah, they're coming through Aweber.
Okay, now are those emails, are they just the SFM ones that you're using, or have you put a lot of your own in there as well?
put a few, about 3 on my own.
Okay. So what you need to do really, I think then, because this is what we did, you need to start trying to build up that relationship a bit more with them.
Yeah.
Because if they're just going to get an email to read, a lot of them don't even get the email. It'll go into the promotions box, or they haven't got time to read it. So you need to try and get in their face a little bit more. So if you want to, there's a thing called Calendly,
right?
Calendly.com,
right?
And you can set yourself up under that, where you can get a link, and you can literally set it when you're free. So you could say, I think ours is set to a Monday morning and a Thursday night, and we say for 2 hours on a Monday morning and 2 hours on a Thursday night, our diary's open, and we send them this link, and it's basically a calendar. It says between 9 and 11 on a Monday and 5 and 7 on a Thursday, you can book a half-hour call with us. And quite a few of them go, oh yeah, I'd love that call because I don't really understand what this all is. Then they have a call with you, and it sort of breaks the ice, if you like, and they realize you're a real person.
Right.
You can do that quite early on, when they first come in, if you want to, or you can contact them yourself and speak to them. It's up to you. When you're first starting off, that's the type of thing we were doing. We don't do it now because we're too busy, so we tend to do it more when people have become an actual member.
Right.
But when they're first coming in as a lead, if you want to, you can reach out and do this Calendly link and let them have a chat with you for half an hour.
Okay.
When it gets too busy and you can't be doing all these one-on-ones, that's when you would then do like a webinar. But I mean, that's much further down the line. You know, if you wanted a few people together rather than one-on-ones.
Right.
But yeah, you've just got to try and get that personal link with them. So just start sharing a few more things with them, or if you can, create your own little Facebook page to do with your SFM business.
Right.
And send them the link. Keep it as a public page so everyone can see it, and just invite them into that public page, and just put little snips in every couple of days or something about what you do. I mean, you could take a photograph of this webinar and go, this is my weekly members webinar, click. This is the type of thing we do to support you through your journey. That's, you know, just short little things. It takes 2 minutes just to post something onto Facebook with the photograph. It's just a bit more proof for them that this is real.
Yeah.
So it's just about getting that relationship built, because they've got to learn to trust you.
Yeah. Got it. Calendly, you said, yeah?
Calendly.com, I think it is.
Calendly.
Do they do a free account, Calendly?
Yeah, it's free, totally free.
Because I'm sure I joined, and I think I got 14 days, and they said, now you've got to pay for it.
Did they?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've never paid for mine.
Maybe I was doing the wrong thing then. No,
it's completely free. As far as I know, if it's not free, look for something else. There's various different ones you can use. There will be a free one, but we've never paid for Calendly.
Oh, okay.
But it's a good way of just blocking a couple of hours so that you know yourself, maybe every Monday morning, those 2 hours, I might get somebody booking a call in with me. But then you get a reminder comes through on your phone saying so-and-so's booked at 9 a.m. for a half-hour chat.
Right. Okay.
And then in your message, just put, because you can put a little message, just put, I will call you, so that they know that you're going to ring them. Otherwise they're a bit, oh, what's happening?
Yeah.
And that's it. So we get, one of those goes out to every member so many days in, but you can do it with your leads and just start building up that relationship with them.
Yeah.
Some of the leaders, when they first start, well, some of the leaders that are leaders now, when they first joined, they would actually ring their leads up and speak to them and just say, oh, welcome, welcome. I hope you've got the workshops. Just wanted to say it's Anisha and Steve here. And if you need anything, you've got our email, WhatsApp me. You've got my WhatsApp, contact me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
And reach out to them on WhatsApp as well. If you can get their number into, you won't have a number with you when they're a lead. No.
Okay.
But yeah, you could ask them for a phone number if they wanted to and put it into your phone. It's just building up that trust.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Good. Yeah, perfect.
Smashing. Lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, today I was last week I couldn't be here because I was working, and we opened on Monday, so I had to go to work. So I'm going this afternoon as well. Oh, it's tired. It's getting tired in this chefing thing, man. I've been home for too long.
It was like,
yeah, tell me about it. I'm not fit at all
I don't want to do it. Oh, so tired, man. I tell you.
Oh, well, we'll have a chat with you about crypto in a bit.
Fantastic. Let me go and get a cup of coffee.
All right. Claire, how are you doing? We've not spoken to you for a while.
Hi. Yeah, I'm doing well. Journey's going a bit slow, but that's because I've got 2 kids that got sick, husband sore back. Shane was home for a flipping month, and I tell you what, I can't do work when he's around. I'm very easily distracted, so it's me. It's not his fault. I just don't have very good focus. So, but he's gone back to work. This week I'm putting the website in. No, I've put it in for compliance, and I only actually had 4 things to correct.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I was really pleased with that. One of the big ones was spelling. So that's okay. So this week that should be done, and then I'm going to be brave and post the link to my website on your Facebook page, so you guys can have a look and see what you think.
Brilliant.
And let me know. I feel like I'm going to do it, even though I don't want to do it. I feel like I'd be standing in front of you naked, but at least I'm not. So and I'm going to go the organic route because money-wise. So I'm starting to kind of work on that. Got into crypto a month ago with the same people you are with, so that was really good. And
did you come under cooling, did you, Claire?
Yeah.
That he's been beavering away, hasn't he, that fella?
Yeah.
He's probably took about 20 people off us, you know. Naughty boy, that Coolan. Naughty boy.
I think we got your email after I'd been on for a week and a half. And wow, okay. So that's good. And yeah, just plodding along. I've got 2.5 months to kind of really get my ass in gear before the kids have a 3-month summer holiday.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So
can't you leave the kids with Shane and then go with Karen on a hike?
Yeah, doesn't that sound nice? Yeah. So yeah, that's about it.
Brilliant. You've done a lot there getting your website up and running.
Yeah, it's not perfect. I need to make it more personal, but I need to get over it. I need to just put it in compliance, do my spelling, get it out there, and then move on.
Yeah, because it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and then as I go along, I'll make it more personal.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So are you going to do a YouTube channel organic, or are you doing Instagram, or what's blogging? What have you decided to do?
Haven't decided.
Oh, right, okay.
Don't forget, you get your free consultation with Mark Ford. Have you hit up Fordy?
If you do blogging.
Yeah. We were originally going to do YouTube. Can you do YouTube but not paid YouTube?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm doing with the cats.
Yeah. Well, then I might do that because I'm in my 90-day video journey. I'm up to video 66.
Yeah.
And I don't mind. I'm actually getting quite used to being in front of video.
Yeah.
I'm working a bit with Sandra Lemming. She's helping me with some things. I did try to do Convertry, but I was so lost on Convertry. I'm not doing Convertry anymore.
I love Convertry.
Oh my gosh.
It was you. It was easier than WordPress, I thought.
Yeah.
So how are you going to bridge, Claire, your YouTube? Because when you're on YouTube, when we were on our third 90 day, we made sure we were messaging rather than just kind of larking about buying bananas in a shop or something like that.
Yeah.
But you've got to try and bridge your message if you can. You don't have to, but it will become more beneficial if people are watching your channel, that you're bridging what you're doing with your job and why you've got your freedom. Otherwise, there's no message there.
Yeah.
So you've got to kind of get a little bit of business head on and kind of promote it a little bit. And say, this is my journey.
So you could be using, if you wanted to, I mean, don't pressurize yourself, but you could be using your 90-day messages
as your business.
Going into, so you've got footage already for your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That's
and then put your links on your YouTube channel going back to your landing pages if anybody wants to hear about it, and you can put it in the description.
Crisis webinar, all that sort of stuff.
But just thinking about Karen as well there, also under my description box, I also have a link to the merchandise that I created, and people are clicking on that and going to the shop and buying the merchandise for the cats. So you could eventually get creative with some designs for your walking and your hiking, and you've got another little thing going on the side as well.
What you've got to do, Claire, is start getting your head around bridging, how you're going to bridge your message. Of what company you're in, say the SFM or other organizations, affiliate products. It's important to bridge, otherwise you're just going to be wasting your time. With that organic route, there's got to be some messaging you're subliminally getting in there, otherwise what's the point?
The message is, it's letting me do this.
Yeah, exactly. But you've got to have your links there. Your links are important to get them to sign up. Otherwise, there's no point.
Stuart Watson is, Stuart's been on the calls the last few weeks. He's doing organic traffic, and his videos, he's very good with his videos. He's doing all around healthy eating and stuff. But last week he made us laugh because he said he's now going on to TikTok. But to stand out on TikTok, he's going to do a singing something or other just to get seen. So I was hoping he was going to be on the call to see if he'd done it, but we'll see if he's on next week. Because I noticed in one of I think it was on one of his videos he shared, he put in, I'm venturing onto TikTok, wish me luck, guys. So he's doing that as well. But I mean, so many platforms you can go on. You've just got to be careful you don't spend all day trying to post onto all these different things. You can get something that does it automatically for you, so one post covers the lot, which makes life a lot easier. But I mean, it's exciting organic. It's obviously a bit slower because the paid marketing is usually a lot quicker, obviously. But saying that, my cat video channel, 3 months, honestly, 3 months, but I've been daily posting, well, 5 days, Monday to Friday, just cat videos. And it's going up on all the analytics and everything. It's going up beautifully. And I'm on 300 subscribers, and I've only got to get another 700, which won't be bad now because the view rate's going up and up and up. So of course that's going to happen naturally. I've only got to get another 700 subscribers, and then that channel starts earning me money for going in front of people, because obviously they pick up that your videos are well received. They start putting your videos in front of people, you get paid.
Wow.
Yeah. So for doing, I know you're doing the work, but it doesn't. You're just using your content and your knowledge to share with people. And who'd have ever known we would make money just from posting videos? In fact, one of our videos the other day, the cameraman fell backwards. The cat was so big on the table, Steve staggered backwards to try and get him in the shot properly because he was a huge big Maine Coon. Steve trips over his own feet, falls backwards. All you can see is fingers and thumbs all over the camera ceiling of the kitchen. And then he gets back on his feet. I'm laughing my head off on camera, and we're getting loads of comments.
It's weird, isn't it? What engagement? That's absolutely weird.
Oh, it's silly, really silly. But it is doable. You just got to be consistent with it if it's organic. You can't just do it, when you feel like it. You've got to work it. There we go. What a brilliant website. God, what am I talking about? What a brilliant webinar we've had today.
Yeah, it's been good. Thanks for all your contributions. It's been brilliant.
Anybody else got to share anything before we wrap up? Oh, Chris.
Not very exciting, really, but I think I'm happy with Filmora now. I'm not going to try and learn everything on there, which is what I was doing a few weeks ago. Really getting stuck into Convertry and quite liking that, actually.
Yeah, I love Convertry.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Claire, but yeah, it seems to be going okay. And working on landing pages and that sort of thing as well at the moment. So yeah, we're getting there slowly, not as fast as I would like.
Good.
Still doing the 90-day videos, but only perhaps 2 or 3 a week.
Yeah.
I've got other issues outside of this at the moment, so I'm only spending probably half of the hours of the week on this, which is a bit frustrating, but no, it's still moving forward.
Right.
Brilliant. Nice one, Chris.
Thing is, Chris, you've got to just go at your own pace and don't, don't compare to others. You've got stuff going on in your life that, you need to sort out first. Just do it as you can. And, eventually you get there. No major race or anything, is there? Just keep plodding away.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, on the videos, I'm only up to about 24 now, but I'm learning how to edit them now as well. So yeah, it's slow, but it's all these things are all happening, and you learn new things every week, don't you? And you feel like you've got forward, but you want to be further forward always. That's the frustration. But
and Filmora is amazing, isn't it? I mean, I've been watching some of Rude's videos, and I'm like, my God, I didn't know it could do all that. I always thought Filmora was the underdog. When everyone's talking about iMovies and how this can happen and how they can do that, and I thought, oh, Filmora's nowhere near as advanced as that. But now I've been watching Rude. My God, it's amazing. It is really amazing the things it can do.
He's brilliant, isn't he?
And he's brilliant. And again,
I just watched his first one this morning of that the new he's got a different name for it, hasn't it? The YouTube one or something. And I thought I'll know all this because I've been using Filmora for ages. But even on the basic number 1, he's got all these like, oh, and did you know this little button here? And I'm like, no, I didn't know that.
No, not me.
See, maybe that's where I'm different because I like pressing buttons.
Let's see what happens. Yeah.
What's that one do?
Yeah. I only went to about 4 or 5 on his 10 different webinars, but I think that's enough for now. I can do the basic editing and so on, and we'll just keep moving on with things.
That's it, because if you're not there to do the major stuff anyway, there's no point learning extra and extra, because by the time you get to do it, you'll have forgotten it anyway.
Yeah.
You need to practice it all the time.
Yeah.
One thing I would say about Convertry, that when you go on to their training sessions at the very beginning, Stuart Ross is on there with the CEO of Convertry, and it looks like he's going to push everybody down the Convertry route, right down to even designing funnels and getting everybody to follow the same funnel.
Well, he's got an affiliate link to it, hasn't he, Chris?
Yeah,
Not stupid.
Yeah.
So it looks like Mentors or SFM or whatever we want to call it is all going down that Convertry route.
Yeah, probably.
Well, it's a freebie, isn't it, for some people?
Yeah, for some.
Yeah,
for some it is.
Some people. Yeah.
Right.
I think it's going in a lot of the packages now, isn't it? That new package that Howard's members in on.
The bundle.
On that bundle, Convertry's in on that for a year. It only seems to be a year, and then you've got to buy your own package after that. But you see, we came in on, we're not on the pro package, we're on the basic package, but it's enough for us for what we need it for. And luckily when we came in, they did a grandfather thing. I think Terry was the same. They grandfathered the price for the last few years for us, so it's been great for us.
Right, so we wrap up the
there's
nothing else, we'll wrap up the SFM part of the division.
Right, I'll make a move.
Bye.
Take care,
Anyone wants
Take care,
to stay on and listen to crypto, we'll stay on for 20 minutes or so, and then okay.
Right, cheers, Howard.
Cheers, guys. Let me stop recording.